No, you don't want to tell me? That's okay.
Oh, God.
Well, that's perfect, actually.
It's good. Jaden, I'm here, okay? Mommy is here for you, okay?
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another vlog, guys. So in today's video I'm gonna be sharing with you a story that is so dear to my heart, guys. Like, I actually spent 5 days at the hospital during this COVID period, like when it was actually like really serious. My son broke his left leg, like his femur bone, and it was like so crazy and emotional to me, guys. So guys, to my new subscribers, this your girl Nemaka, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification button for more updates on my videos. Like, it tells you when I update or upload any videos on my channel. So guys, if you want to hear the story, keep watching, guys. So guys, on April the 24th of this year, we were just home. We just had breakfast that morning, and the next thing I saw, like, my son was like trying to play on the phone. Then after a few, I just saw him on the ground, like he slipped. So when he slipped, I'm like, get up, because usually he falls like that, and I just take it to be like normal. So when he fell and I saw his reaction, his face, I could tell that something was up, like something was wrong. So I was like, get up, get up. The moment he got up, guys, he fell right back down on his knees, like he fell back on the floor. At that point, because I was trying to take out my braids, at that point when I saw his face, I'm like, no, there is something up, like something is wrong. In my head, I'm like, God, let it not be what I'm thinking, let it not be what it is I'm telling myself it was at that time. So I picked him up I rushed to him, I picked him up from the ground. I like tried to like ask him, are you okay, are you okay? And he kept on telling me, yes mommy, yes mommy. But really I could tell something was wrong. So I sat down, tried to touch his legs to know if everything was okay, but I felt his bone wasn't clean, like it wasn't together anymore. So at that point, I'm like, Jane, are you okay? I said, okay, stand. He couldn't stand. Sit. He couldn't sit. I'm like, God, this is it. Like, this is it. At that point, I just quickly ran, put on my pants. I picked him up. I was even with my phone trying to book Uber, but I knew I put a particular place on my phone, but I didn't know exactly where I booked the Uber from. So when I ran, I took my son, then I ran out of the house straight to the elevator. I was like pleading the blood of Jesus, and I was just telling him in my heart, Lord, give me the heart of a mother to take this. Give me the heart of a mother to take this. But at that point, my head was everywhere, like everywhere. So in the elevator, I remembered, okay, call 911. Like, that was when I like dialed 911. When we got down, they said okay, they were coming. It took them like probably like few minutes to like get here. The moment they got here, we got to the car, their van or whatever. So they were like trying to like check him to know what actually happened. At that point, they told me, yes, his leg is broken, and I could even see it with my eyes, like, because his hip part already got swollen, like swollen. So I was just praying, God, will he walk again? What's gonna happen, you know? So when we got to the hospital, immediately they just brought him out from the van straight to the emergency room, and they were like asking questions. What happened, mommy? What happened, mommy? What happened? I couldn't answer 100 of them at the same time. At some point I was like, please just let me know what is happening to my son. So they called him for an X-ray. They ran the X-ray, and at that point I could see clearly that his bone was broken into two. At that point I just dropped on the floor, and I was in so much tears, guys. Like, I was in so much tears, like I couldn't take it. In my head, what was just going through was, will my son walk again? What's gonna happen? How, like, you know? still they were still asking questions. Mommy, how did this happen? Mommy, how did this happen? I couldn't answer all of them. I just like, at that point, please, you guys should leave me alone and try to know what is happening with my son. Before I knew it, few minutes later, they told me they were going to like take him in and they were going to put on a cast on him to hold the bone. But afterwards, I don't know who actually called the ACS on us. You know, if you're in the United States, you will understand what I'm talking about. Like, they called the ACS on us, people that are in charge of children's case. Like, the ACS people came, they were asking questions. The police, they were like asking questions. What happened? Mommy explained to us. And at that point, I'm like, you guys can just come back. But for now, let me deal with my son. So, guys, after the operation and all of that, they took us to a room. At that point, my son woke up because they injected him. They put him to, like, they made him sleep. So when they brought him back, I was like, is he gonna wake up? Is he gonna be okay? So after a few hours, he woke up. Then I was like talking to him, like, are you okay, Jaden? What's happening? Like, you know, I wanted to like be in his shoes, but which we all know clearly that's not possible. But I could see the pain in him, like he was in so much pain, guys. Like, the nurses came and they gave him pain relief medication. So they were like, we're gonna like sleep over, like we're gonna stay there. At that point, I'm like, God, will my son ever walk? Seeing him in a cast made me so teary. Like, I couldn't like take it. Day 1 passed, day 2 passed. On the second day, he was in that cast. Even him himself, my son himself, couldn't even stay. Like, he was in so much pain. But thank God, with the pain medication, everything helped soften his whole body, and he was able to like take it. At night was even my greatest fear and greatest worry. Like, we were not sleeping at all at night. He will complain of itchiness, he will complain of pain. I will use the dryer to like blow his body. I would like, guys, it was like just too much at that point. Like, I was in so much worry. So I was just in my head, I was just praying to God every day. I keep telling God, please help me, give me the heart of a mother to pull through this, because it wasn't a funny one at all. But you know, a day came, weeks came. After like 5 days we spent at the hospital, then they let us go home. But during our stay there, guys, I couldn't come home. I was there like virtually all through, like was just there with him, praying to God that he gets better. But you know, after the 5th day, they let us come home. We got back home thinking that was gonna be it, but that was where like the actual problem started. The day we got home, I didn't know how to like position him, how he was going to sleep, how he was going to stay. But you know, I went on YouTube, watched all the whole videos, trying to know how to take care of the child in the cast. But guys, it wasn't easy at all. Like, even my worst enemy, I wouldn't wish that experience to the person, because it wasn't funny. My son couldn't even eat. So somebody that loves eating will see food and will like say, no mommy, I don't want to eat. You know, it was just like a crazy experience. We stayed in the cast for like 2 months. He was in the cast for like 2 months. But hopefully, and thank God, one day after like weeks, you know, he will sit down, I'll push him around. You know, he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. Like, I was literally doing everything for him, and so just like starting all over again, like when he was a baby. taking care of him again. Like, it was not just a funny one at all, but hopefully and thank God, one day I was in the restroom and I left him in the living room. I told him, okay, I'm coming, let me just use the bathroom and ease myself. Then I was there and I heard a voice like, "You pee mommy," something like that. And I knew I left him in the living room, only for me to hear that voice was just too close that I was like, wait a minute, is Jaden right in front of me or something? That at that point I just got up from the toilet seat and ran out, and I just saw him in front of the door, and I'm like, Jaden, how did you get here? What happened? Who brought you here? But being that it was just us in the house, I'm like, God is he's a miraculous God. Like, he works in a mysterious ways. Like, he works in mysterious ways, guys. Like, he was there and I was like staring at him, looking at him. My heart was on my head, and you know, he walked to the kitchen, to the living room, to the room, and I'm like, God, you are merciful. Like, God, you are, like, I did not know what to like say at that point. So guys, mind you, he was still in the cast and he was working after like a month. So I was like thankful, and ever since then he's been working and he's still trying to work, though he's better now, but thank God, and he was able to work again. So thank you guys for watching, and this is my story. So guys, please consider subscribing. I welcome you to the family. Hit that notification button also, and give this video a thumbs up, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Until I see you in my next one. Bye.